Good morning, everyone. This is Heike, this is Lola, and you're watching Stone Cold Coffee Crafts. Today is Friday, June 19th, and TGIF. So today I have a bit more to talk about than yesterday, but I'm going to try to not make it much longer. This one here decided today is another day you needed to see more of her than my crafting, so I hope you approve because that's how it's going to be. And we are, as always, going to start off with the diamond painting part of this video. And honey bunch, just a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit. And I started on my Jeremiah Morelli painting I got from DIYmoon Shop for this new artist release. So I'm going to do this painting in 10 sections, and this is the first one. So far I have used one type of special bead, which would be the mahogany AB that goes into these maroon. Yeah, you don't need to eat plastic. I actually just paid a huge invoice for cat food. Which goes into these maroon lines that are all over the painting down here. As you can see, they go all the way over here. So that's where these are supposed to go. Yeah, and this is about 1/10 of the painting. So hopefully I will manage to finish this in June and before the giveaway ends. I should be. It's the 19th and I have 9 more sections to do, so if I can somewhat manage to keep to the 1 per day, we should be golden. Yeah, hi. I love you too. I do. I'm not entirely sure what this is about now, since I've been mostly ignored for the last hour. But I love you too. I hope you can hear her purr. Okay, so if you have not seen it yet, please go back and watch my unboxing for this canvas, because there's also a giveaway you can enter. There is a ton of more ambassadors this time. I will try to remember to compile the list this afternoon. Last time it was a bit easier, it was just 5, but this time they gave canvases to many more creators, such as Rachel Ray Crafts, Mrs. Coffee, Diamond in the Rough. I think DIYmoon got one. So I have to compile a whole list to be actually sure. And I'm going to put it in the description of the unboxing video, because you can enter into each giveaway. You don't have to choose which one you enter to. You can only win once, so if you're one of these incredibly lucky people that get drawn for pretty much everything they enter in, and I'm told they exist, even though I'm not one of them, which is fine. You can only win once, but you get multiple chances. And you can win a painting of your choice from the new Jeremiah Morelli collection in a medium size, I believe it is. So, totally worth it. Check it out. And that's all the diamond painting I have right now. Sorry, but this is very, very cuddly. So, I did a tiny bit of stitching, and I mean a tiny bit of stitching. It's really not a lot. So, let me get this thread out of the way. Cat. So, as I have been doing pretty much for the whole month, except to finish a few parts of stitch-alongs I'm part of. I have worked on Beautiful Things by Lindy Stitches, and yesterday I have started on the bird, as I said I would, and I have also, because it was the same color, stitched in these little flowers here around the branches. And the last thing I did was I started a new green and I added this this first branch here. That's also why I still have the green on the needle. There's more to come. So the first part of this bird is dulce de leche, and you can't see it at all, but there is just the tiniest bit of variegation in this floss. Looking at it, I can see it, but the camera, I don't think even close up it will pick it up. Maybe you can see it, but I'm kind of sure you can't. So not too much, but quite honestly, I once again conked out on the couch with that furry one there yesterday. And as you have seen in the introduction, which is actually the clip from yesterday afternoon, once it sits, it sits. She is very enduring when it comes to sleeping on my lap. So today I'm probably going to do it again, but today I'm going to take my knitting with me, because I have started something I can knit away on the couch without a problem. But boring plan is to keep stitching on this, because I want to finish it, and it is still looking very good for that. That's all the stitching I have. Not a lot, right? And I'm going to put the diamond painting away to clear the table a little bit, and we are going to start on knitting. So I worked on two things yesterday. As I mentioned yesterday morning, I had planned to complete the heart panel I had started, which is the 6. You can see we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 completed heart panels. As far as progress goes, it was about ½ inch. And I wanted to complete the heart panel, so when I started my new project, I didn't feel like I had to finish this first. It's just a thing in my head. The pattern doesn't tell you you have to stop at that point, of course, but that's where the repeat ends, so that's usually where I end with my knitting. That is the first thing I did. Still have about 27 grams of this, ball of yarn to go. So I should be able to get out probably 2.5 more heart panels out of it. So as far as numbers of hearts go, my 4 skeins would have been enough, it seems, but the length will not be there. So I'll have to add quite a few more heart panels. No, cat, no, no. I don't want you to eat it, I don't want you to scratch it, and I don't want you to lie down on it. Oh, cat. Stop it. No, I see that second paw too. Stop it. So, if she finally lets me, I'm going to put it away now. Sorry this is taking so long, but she is really giving me a lot of crap when it comes to the knitting. Which makes her a total cliche cat. Cliche. You should not be proud of that. So. You are going to hurt yourself. Stop it. And I said yesterday I was going to cake up the first balls of yarn I need for the Plumetis shawl by Melody Hoffmann. I'm going to put the picture up there this time, because she won't let me put my knitting where I want it. So that's what I did after I finally was released from couch duty. I caked up the first ball of Loki sock and the first ball of Loki Surrey silk. And I started on the center panel of this shawl. So this is a super, I see that paw, stop it. This is a super easy pattern. As you can see by the garter stitch, it is really just knitting. And then there's... Stop. No. No. And then there are a few rows. I wish I could show you, but the cat just won't let me. Where you put in these eyelets. So these holes are fully intentional. No. Cat, stop it. Jeez. If I have to take you to the vet because you won't stop when I tell you to stop, you are going to work off that invoice. And believe me, being cute is not going to cut it. You're going to go to work with the other woman and you're going to be a therapy cat. I'm sorry. I'm going to replace you with this. He's not clawing at my knitting. So this is a very, very easy and meditative, I butchered this word completely, stitch, but I'm staring at the cat who is staring at my knitting. So I hope that I can do this on the couch easily. Pretty much the only thing you have to do, you have to keep count of the stitches in your rows, and you have to take care not to miss the rows where the eyelets go in, because there are not too many of them. And of course, if you do the eyelets, you have to count the stitches in between correctly. Ouch, cat. Ouch. Menace. So yeah, that's the center panel started. Let's see how long this is going to take us. This is my entry into Ruby and Rose's A Lot of Fluff knit along, and yeah, I actually have to enter it. I haven't done so yet, but I've joined the group. One of these days you're going to stab yourself on a knitting needle, and then you're going to blame me. You did hurt yourself, didn't you? I think she actually did hurt herself. This motion she does with her paw on her face, that's usually a sign that something is not feeling good. If she does it repeatedly and not for grooming. Alright, and now she goes. Yeah, she certainly is not happy. That means I am on cat watch duty again. Perfect. Okay, I'm sorry, this is so scattered today. So, yarn and project. I still have yarn to go. Y'all, I'm just, something is not right in that head. But you've seen a lot of hedgerow yarns on my channel so far. I have not shown you the first one I ever purchased from her, which is this one here. It is her blue-faced Leicester silk mix. It's once again a fingering weight, 400 meters per 100 gram. It has this beautiful shine and it has cat hair. Of course it does. And the color is called Pink Quartz. So if any of the yarns I show you have a color name, that usually means she is going to dye them more than just once. So maybe if you feel like you want this yarn, have a look at her shop. She updates it irregularly, so she just dyes in her regular kitchen, I think, and just in small quantities, but just keep an eye on her shop. It will probably be back. And I have to say, this quality I like a lot. Some of these merino silk mixes or blue-faced luster silk mixes are not exactly what I expect them to be once they arrive, but this one here is very pretty. It has this sheen. It is not as soft as another merino silk mix I have, but it's much softer than others I have. So that was a good sentence, isn't it? And the pattern I chose for this was a long search, and it was really coincidence that I now found it. Because it's from the same designer who did the Plumetis shawl, which I just showed you. Yeah, lie down on the yarn, why don't you? Let's put it there. And it's once again Melody Hoffmann, and the shawl is called Lucky Charm Shawl. I'm going to put it up on the screen. I like that there's a bit of interest in this shawl. I think it should be knit in a soft, light colorway, and this fits the bill perfectly. So it doesn't distract from the texture she has given the shawl. It's a very delicate texture with pass-over stitches and those little these chevrons. I think it's chevrons. I don't have the picture in front of me, so probably should have looked at it again. But she has created a very fun texture for the shawl, and I'd like to attempt this with this slightly shiny and hopefully very drapey yarn. And I think it will be gorgeous in the end. All of these projects I show you, I can't tell you when I'm going to do what. I'm not necessarily going to do them in the order I've shown you. I'm probably going to go through the ones I deem the easiest first, just to get more practice in. I still make a lot of rookie mistakes, and I would like to knit those out of me before I try to do something that is a bit more complicated, because I'm not a fan of knitting back or ripping out. I would like to avoid that. I mean, who wouldn't? But I know that I could be very easily that person that puts a project on hold indefinitely because I am not feeling like ripping it back. Right, so yeah, I thought I had a lot to talk about, but I'm actually pretty much where I was yesterday once I was done. Even though I had to fight this one here quite a bit. Quite a bit. Yeah, I know. You're just cute and you need the attention. I know. You sure do. So guys, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. The next video won't be up before next Monday, I think. I hope nothing comes in between me and that plan, but we will see. And yeah, have a wonderful weekend. I hope you have better weather than I do here in Germany, in South Germany, and enjoy whatever you're doing. And we'll be back next week. Bye guys.